Good Tuesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to tonight's top stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window. And another cool day today, another unseasonably cool day, although it felt pretty nice out there today, didn't it, with the sunshine? And check out the beautiful shot provided by our Jump Off Ridge Sky-Fi Tower camera provided by Localtel. And you can actually see some showers off to in the horizon there, and we did see a few scattered showers today, but temperatures this week, we're going to be nice today, and then once again Wednesday, and then it takes a little bit of a dip. Once again Thursday, expect clouds, rain showers likely, and 56. Friday, we'll be back to some better weather with highs then of around 60 degrees. It looks like we will warm up, and I'll tell you when, coming up a little bit later on in your weather forecast. Now, a few of the news stories we're following for you tonight. 3 people were injured this morning when a car and pickup collided on Highway 281 south of Quincy. A Bremerton man who sideswiped a Chelan County sheriff's vehicle in a stolen pickup 2 months ago has now served his jail time. And Douglas County Commissioners today unanimously voted down the North-South annexation, an interlocal agreement that would have annexed roughly 600 existing homes into the city of East Wenatchee. But first, our top story tonight. 2 juveniles are facing trial this month for a break-in in which about 30 firearms were stolen. Police say 2 of those guns were later found in the possession of Wenatchee Valley gang members. The 2 youth suspects in the break-in are 14 and 17 years old, one from Wenatchee and one from East Wenatchee. Both are now charged with first-degree burglary plus 24 counts each of firearm theft. Chelan County detectives say the 2 used a shotgun to shoot out the locks on the door of a Malaga gunsmith shop on April 4th. Once inside, they allegedly made off with multiple handguns, a shotgun, assault rifles, and other weapons valued at more than $20,000. They were arrested about 5 days afterward and have been in juvenile detention ever since. East Wenatchee police later made an arrest of 2 alleged gang members carrying 2 handguns taken in the burglary. About 23 of the stolen firearms had been recovered as of last month. Both teenagers now face trial on May 27th in Chelan County Juvenile Court. 3 people were injured this morning when a car and pickup collided on Highway 281 south of Quincy. The collision sent the pickup onto its side in the roadway and the car rolling off the shoulder where it caught on fire. Washington State Patrol Trooper Jeremy Weber said the pickup was traveling southbound on the highway about 6:10 a.m. when it swerved into the northbound lane and was hit in the passenger side area by that car. Weber said the pickup driver, 32-year-old Pedro Zavala Gomez of Quincy, told troopers he swerved to avoid a vehicle pulling onto the highway off Road 5 Northwest. The woman driving the car, 42-year-old Elza Cisneros Gonzalez of Mattawa, a 3-year-old boy passenger, and the driver of the pickup all were hospitalized. Gomez was taken to Quincy Valley Medical Center with non-life-threatening injuries. Meanwhile, Cisneros to Central Washington Hospital, and the child was airlifted to Sacred Heart Hospital in Spokane with undisclosed injuries. Weber said the woman and the boy had to be extricated from the burning vehicle but did not suffer burn injuries. The accident closed both Highway 281 and White Trail Road for about 2 hours. Weber said the cause of the accident remains under investigation. Meanwhile, a Bremerton man who sideswiped a Chelan County sheriff's vehicle in a stolen pickup 2 months ago has now served his jail time. 21-year-old Adam John Gray was sentenced last month to 45 days in jail after pleading guilty to possessing a stolen vehicle, fleeing from police, and DUI. He'd been in custody since the March 11th incident in which he sped away from a Wenatchee accident in a stolen pickup, crashed into an oncoming Sheriff's Patrol vehicle on Highway 2, and finally collided with a guardrail east of Leavenworth. The deputy was treated at Central Washington Hospital for minor injuries. Gray must also pay about $1,400 in court fines and fees, and his driver's license has been revoked. Douglas County Commissioners today unanimously voted down the north-south annexation, an interlocal agreement that would have annexed roughly 600 existing homes into the city of East Wenatchee. The city must now seek annexation in a revised agreement or by other means, including public vote. The agreement was approved by the East Wenatchee City Council on May 3rd, but county commissioners rejected it, saying it would increase fees for residents and should be put to a ballot initiative. The agreement has been in the works for almost a year, and East Wenatchee Mayor Gerald Crawford said she felt duped by the county's handling of the issue.
It's frustrating because I feel like the information that we have been talking about, you've known all of this entire time. We have a responsibility to provide efficient and effective government. You've wasted my time. That's not efficient nor effective. I had a staff member delayed retirement to work on this. We've invested countless hours of staff time to work on this, and with all along you guys knowing these things already. So it's frustrating. This is an urban area. This is not rural. I think you guys need to be honest with your constituents and let them know you don't have any plans to improve their roads.
Unfortunately, the public process involving the public in part of this decision is at the very end of it. Maybe that should have been moved up to the beginning of it to see if this was something that we would want to pursue with this method provided to us by the legislature. So I think it was flawed that we didn't get public comment or a lot of public comment until the end, and we had to put in so much work product to get there. And I realize you have to have something to deliver them, but maybe there could have been something earlier on to give us an indication of things that could be addressed to get a more successful outcome.
When we come back, it may have seemed like a clever way to take your vehicle when you move, but the Washington State Patrol didn't see it that way. We'll show you what we mean. Filing week begins Monday for the 2022 elections with numerous races on the ballot in Chelan and Douglas counties. Foothills Middle School in Wenatchee has sent its 4-student robotics team to the VEX Robotics World Championship in Texas. And despite being hit with several dumps of late-season snow, crews were able to officially open the North Cascades Highway today. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Traditional values and innovation in honoring the life of each family we serve is part of the ministry of Heritage Memorial Chapel. Our staff is committed to walk with your family with compassion through this time of grief. We are here to help and here to serve, the right kind of help when you need it most. Heritage Memorial Chapel.
Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa has hot tubs in stock now. Spas are scientifically proven to improve sleep and ease arthritis pain. Let us help you find the perfect spa today. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa is helping families reconnect, one hot tub at a time.
The best pizza in the known universe is right here in downtown Chelan, so come on up. For the best locally crafted beer and barbecue in Chelan, come on up.
For the best down-home scratch country cooking in North Central Washington, you'll find it in Manson. Come on up.
Come on up. Come on up.
Come on up.
Welcome back. In another news, it may have seemed like a clever way to take your vehicle with you when you move, but the Washington State Patrol didn't see it that way. A U-Haul moving van was pulled over just north of Okanagan over the weekend that had a vehicle protruding several feet out of the back, secured by only a single strap. Washington State Patrol Trooper John Bryant said the driver of the U-Haul was cited for failing to secure a load with safety chains, which brings a $139 fine. In addition, the driver had a suspended license, and U-Haul reported their truck was long overdue for return and was close to being reported as stolen when it was pulled over. Bryant said both the U-Haul at U-Haul's request and the non-working vehicle were impounded. Filing week begins Monday for the 2022 elections with numerous races on the ballot in Chelan and Douglas counties. Many candidates have already filed paperwork with the State Public Disclosure Commission indicating they intend to officially file next week. That includes 3 candidates for the District 2 Chelan County Commissioner's seat being vacated by Commissioner Bob Boogert. Early fundraising reports show Ann Hesberg with a slight money advantage over Sean Smith in that race, with Hesberg reporting having raised just over $12,000 and Smith just over $11,000. The third candidate, Zachary Miller, has not yet reported any fundraising. The biggest pre-filing fundraiser in Chelan County has been Sheriff Brian Burnett with just over $30,000. No other sheriff candidate has yet filed with the PDC to oppose Burnett. Candidates have until the end of the day Friday, May 20th, to officially file for the August 2nd primary and November 8th general election. Well, in other news, Foothills Middle School in Wenatchee has sent its 4-student robotics team to the VEX Robotics World Championship in Texas. The team, which calls itself the Professional Penguins, was scheduled for 8 matches yesterday in Dallas and 3 more today, getting their robots to complete tasks heading head-to-head against other teams. The students are competing in the science division. While in Dallas, they've been meeting fellow students from schools from as far away as Hawaii, Great Britain, and Ecuador. Well, despite being hit with several dumps of late-season snow, crews were able to officially open the North Cascades Highway today. The Washington State Department of Transportation said snow clearing crews from the east and west side of Highway 20 met over the weekend, but with snow in the forecast, the reopening was delayed until today. The clearing took more than 6 weeks, with crews encountering snow 7.5 feet deep on Rainy Pass. The May 10th reopening is earlier than last year when the pass was reopened on May 28th. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
Spring is more than just a time to clean. It's your time to renew, recharge, and spend time with the people you love. At Merry Maids, our cleaning services go beyond the basic services and provide you with a comprehensive clean that will re-energize your home and enhance your life. From everyday routine cleaning or deep cleanings, Merry Maids professional team members can provide you with an unrivaled experience. Call Merry Maids to schedule your cleaning today.
The Lake Chelan Rotary Club invites you to experience the newly expanded Cycle Chelan, held June 25th, 2022. Pick your thrill from 4 rides: the Century Challenge, Cycle Divino, the Lake Loop, or the Butte Blast. All profits from Cycle Chelan are used to support student scholarships of the Lake Chelan Rotary Club. Cycle Chelan 2022. Pick your thrill today.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. In tonight's features story, Chelan County is several steps away from having a new building code to govern wildfire-prone areas. County commissioners held a hearing today on proposed new ordinances from Fire Marshal Stefan Rinaldi, which would require more fire-resistant building materials in the wildland-urban interface, or WUI. Wenatchee Valley developers worry that the new code could add cost to construction. But firefighters and other community advocates say it's time for building codes to meet the challenge of wildfire.
This ordinance, as written, is also for remodels. And it's not only the remodel of specifically if I want to put new siding on my house, this ordinance kicks in and says, guess what? You have to upgrade to what the ordinance is. So I want to do a $5,000 remodel. Guess what? I might have $85,000 in bills for the rest of the upgrades.
We had a significant fire in Manson, 2002, Deer Point fire. It blackened 100% of the wildland edge. It went around 60 structures. We never lost any primary structures, but that now is probably getting close to 150 structures in that same footprint. The fire marshals have brought us a very basic WUI code. This is not deep. This is not harsh. This is good stuff, and we need this to make homes hardened and defensible and to help protect our firefighters.
We all need to be taking action to reduce our risk to wildfire. One of the things that is within our ability as a county is to enact some codes that enable us to have more ignition resistant structures. And I think that the path set forward by the fire marshal is a good one. I feel like if you look at a lot of the data from some of our recent fires, both in this area and in other areas, what we see is structure ignition from embers. So embers, firebrands travel quite some distance from the main fire and they land on roofs. And if those roofs are not constructed from ignition resistant material, if they are wooden, for example, wood shake, they're much more vulnerable to wildfire ignition.
Time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Today, not too bad, really. We got to about 62 degrees at the airport today. 70 is normal, so still about 8 degrees below where we should be. Same goes for our low overnight, 39 this morning. 47 is where we should be. Our record, 92 back in 2013. 36 our record low in 1970. Sunrise is now right at 5:30 and just about 8:30 now, 8:25. For our sunset. Let's take a look at those Wednesday temperatures, and things are going to warm up just a little bit more as we get into tomorrow too. Less breezy conditions, which we did see at times today. I think a little more sunshine tomorrow. 66 in Moses Lake and Ephrata, 65 for Quincy and 64 in Wenatchee, 63 for you folks in Kashmir and 64 as well for the folks in Lake Chelan. Should be a nice day tomorrow, even though we're still a little bit below normal. Tonight, mostly clear skies, area of high pressure here, and that's keeping us mostly clear overnight. We're still feeling the effects, though, of a strong westerly flow, and that's why our temperatures are below normal. For Wednesday, mostly sunny skies, mild. We'll see high temperatures, as we mentioned, in the mid-60s. Before this next area of low pressure brings rain and clouds our way. That'll happen on Thursday, and let's take you through that. Here's a rush hour for Thursday morning. Not too much rain showers then, but by noon, the showers will be developing here in the Wenatchee area. And yeah, by 4 p.m., all of us will see some pretty good rain shower activity late afternoon and into the early evening. For Friday then, mostly cloudy skies. Our area of low pressure flattens out a bit, but that will still allow some clouds to move our way. And then showers, not so much during the day, but into our evening hours, we will see that with highs near 60. Also, a mostly cloudy start to our weekend on Saturday. Double shot of high pressure there, and that'll bring a 30% chance of rain. High temperatures on Saturday, once again around 60 degrees. But then high pressure, a ridge, begins to nose into the Pacific Northwest. Just isolated showers on Sunday, mostly cloudy skies. Will be warmer too, with highs in the mid-60s, and then even warmer than that and more stable weather as we get you into Monday. Sunny skies, a ridge over us with high pressure off the Northern California coast. And look at that, we are going to see highs on Monday near 70 degrees. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. 39, another chilly one overnight tonight. Some areas in the mid-30s. 64 tomorrow. It should be a beauty. And then rain likely. Here's our rainy day on Thursday. A chance for rain Friday, also a 50% chance. And boy, I think they're going to be very scattered showers on Saturday, 61. And then Sunday and Monday, a bit of a warm up, 66 on Sunday and 68 your high temperature on Monday. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
At D.A. Davidson in Wenatchee, they believe your investment success begins with a personalized plan. A plan that is the roadmap you need to navigate your way to living your best years in retirement. D.A. Davidson can help you create a plan so you can take the time to enjoy the finer things in life. Let the financial advisors at D.A. Davidson help chart your retirement future today.
What is home? A place to gather, a place to grow, provide shelter for the ones we love, eat, drink, restore, build trust. It's a place to rest when the workday is done, a place to find quiet after a night of good fun. What an honor we have at Guild to help own, finance, create, pave the way to live in home.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Tuesday to you. A fun day at the ballpark for the Mariners on Sunday did not carry over to Monday night. Philadelphia smacked Seattle around for a 9-0 defeat last night at T-Mobile Park. The Phillies had 17 hits in the ballgame, including back-to-back homers in the second off of losing pitcher Chris Flexen.
In the air to left center field. On the run is Rodriguez, and it is gone! A home run for Gene Segura. And a high fly ball to deep left field. He golfed that one. It is gone! Back-to-back home runs, Segura and Hoskins. And the Phillies lead it 2-0 here in the second.
You want to talk about staying back on a breaking ball? Good night.
That one's hit sharply into left center field, a base hit. Castellanos around third. He's going to score, and the Phillies take a 3-0 lead here in the third.
It's got like this right here.
There's a line drive base hit to right center field. Castellanos with his second hit. It's going to score Bohm. Harper's going to third. He'll be held there. The throw gets away in the infield, but Flexen's there to back it up. It's 4-0 Phillies. That one's pulled out toward left. Winker comes sprinting in. He's not going to get there. Harper will sprint home over to third. Castellanos. Another RBI for JT. It's his second of the night. 2 balls, 1 strike to Castellanos, and he lines one out toward left center field. That's going to bring home another one. Winker gets the throw in quickly, holds Castellanos to an RBI single. Opposite way, base hit for Segura. Castellanos around third, heading for home. Kelnick's throw is too high. It's an RBI single for Segura. Hoskins 1 for 3. He homered his first time up, and he loops that one out towards center field. That's going to drop for a hit. Segura's heading home. Here's the throw to the plate, and it's cut off. It's an RBI single for Hoskins. 9-0 Phillies.
Right back up the middle. Segura has it clank off his leather. Julio hit it hard, and he's aboard at first base with 2 outs. Get in there. Base hit. Julio 2 for 2. He wants to. The throw from Schwarber. Segura's tagged, not in time. Hustle double. Julio checks in. Cracked into center. How about a 3-hit night for Julio Rodriguez?
Yeah, good night for Julio. Did not nearly make up for the evening on the mound, according to manager Scott Service.
There's not a whole lot of ways to spin this one. The Phillies came out, banged us around. We made some mistakes on the mound, and then they made us pay. They got a really good hitting lineup. We knew that coming into this series. You got to get ahead of the count. You got to execute, and we weren't able to do that tonight. So, Julio showed up. He swung the bat really well. Continues to progress there, but not a whole lot to talk about this one. We got beat.
Yeah, they got beat. Seattle's been outscored, by the way, 44-16 over the past 8 games. of which they've only won one. Mariners and Phillies go at it again tonight. Robbie Ray against Aaron Nola. Well, Renton was full of rookies over the weekend with the Seahawks we're talking about. Seattle held a 3-day rookie minicamp for drafted as well as undrafted invitees. Coach Pete Carroll says a great chance to look at a crop of kids still wet behind the ears.
We wanted to learn a lot about our players as much as we could in a weekend's time about who they are, and also to try to gain as much as we can about them as football players. And meanwhile, we were letting them know about who we are and what they can expect about being part of this program and this culture. And it worked out really well. It was fun. We had a good time doing it. They worked really hard. They just studied every second. We filled up their days as much as we could. And they got Seahawks 24/7 when they're here, so it was great. And so on we go. As I talk to these guys, this is the start of their career. This isn't the finish of their career. This is the start of it. And I'm hoping that they'll stick to their purpose and their opportunities and maximize them. Not everybody will have a chance to be here, but we'll get as many of them as we can. And they have done their audition with us in the sense. And so as we look for players down the road, there'll be guys that come out of this class right here in this group of guys. So it was a very, very successful weekend.
Seattle will find out what the 2022 season looks like in full when the NFL that is, releases the schedule on Thursday. Seahawks training camp is set for late July. Well, here's what's happening around the area as far as high school sports is concerned in our region. First of all, Manson able to advance to a 2B baseball play-in game yesterday with a 6-0 win over Bridgeport. Today, the Trojans travel to Okanagan for the first round of the District 6 2B tournament. Lake Roosevelt's hosting Tonasket in the other first round action. District 6 1A playoffs at Ephrata High School this afternoon. Cashmere taking on Omak in the first game. That's followed by Quincy and Chelan. The District 6 1B tournament is underway today as Waterville Mansfield's hosting Moses Lake Christian. Pateris is on the road at Riverside Christian. The play-in games for the Big Nine get the District 6 4A tournament underway today. Eastmont's on the road at Davis, while Wenatchee is hosting Eisenhower. Softball season winding down still for some schools, while others already into the playoffs. Let's take a look at that. Monday, Cascade swept a doubleheader from Quincy 13-3 and 23-5. Today, Eastmont's hosting Davis. Cashmere is visiting Omak. Wenatchee's on the road at Eisenhower. District 6 2B playoffs underway today. Brewster's hosting Orville, while Liberty Bell is traveling to Tonasket. Big Nine's district play-in soccer matches are coming up this evening. Moses Lake faces a must-win game at Sunnyside, while Eisenhower is hosting Davis. Of course, coming up on Thursday, we'll have the District 6 4A championship here live on the NCWLIFE channel as Wenatchee hosts Eastmont at Lee Bofto Field of the Apple Bowl. Sebastian Moraga and Neil Oyston will have the call starting at 7 o'clock. Also, Wenatchee Valley Super Oval ready for another night of racing coming up this Saturday. It is the Outlaw Oval Challenge back as the cars that usually do a figure eight over in Monroe coming here to race around the track. Saturday's racing also features the Rockstar Energy B mods, Plum Perfect Roadrunners, and Northwest Pro 4 trucks. We'll have all the action live here on the NCWLIFE channel starting at 6. For tickets, go to WVSO.com. That's sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And that is going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com, or you can give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us, and have a great night.
It has really been a great partnership between Succession and NCWLIFE. It's not always easy to sit in front of a camera or a microphone, but you guys have made it a really nice process.
It's a little scary at first, right? You're just throwing money out there hoping it comes back. And to see those results come back through and see people walk through the door and say, hey, saw your TV advertisement. Those are the kinds of things that you see the return on. And when you look at the cost spent, you know you're making a return on it. NCWLIFE really does a great job of exposing our brand and Succession wines to North Central Washington. There's a huge market here and market potential that NCWLIFE is able to help us capture, spread who we are, and tell the world about what Succession does, and they are a great avenue for that.